Good morning, refined investors. How are you on this Friday? Hope you're having a great morning so far. You know, we're living in really interesting times. There's so much going on, right? And the thing about it is seeing through all the noise because there's so much noise of information, and you have to really decide which way you want to sort of invest whatever few minutes a day on the things that matter the most. You know, mainstream media has really done an exceptional job in distracting us from the real issues. And you have to understand who controls this media. And when you finally understand that, you really begin to sort of decide, hey, wait a minute, I'm putting my attention in the wrong places here. And I'm missing out on some huge opportunities. And I mean huge opportunities. And what do I mean by that? Well, for example, 99% of the world has no clue still about Bitcoin and about crypto in general. They're just asleep at the wheel because nobody in the media until more recently have really been speaking about it. And so people are just, we've got to find a way to get more people to pay attention. And that's the secret. I think we all have an objective, and that objective is we've got to help people around us see things. And I know a lot will argue, well, I don't have time for that, and I got my own life, and I don't want to convince and persuade anybody about anything. And I totally see that. I agree 100%. However, I do think it's essential that we share information. And why? It's the same reason you'd share with your neighbor, something important about a sort of a neighborhood issue, right? And so I think that's the factor. The factor is, what are you doing to help even just one person? And so I think it's really important to do that. And I'll give you a fair example. I had an immediate circle of people that I sort of built sort of like a crypto understanding with. It wasn't by myself. I took that journey with several other people. Those are a couple of close friends, some family members, my dad, my uncle, cousins, etc. And together we learned and we built on that knowledge. And so I'm going to leave you with that today, just to think about, if you haven't yet really thought about sharing this idea and what's happening in the world, so that people start paying attention to the right things. Let them know they're being distracted by nonsense, and that perhaps maybe they can have an opportunity at something that could potentially not just be life-changing, but could be actually life-saving. So have a great day. We're going to dive deeper into these subjects, but I like to put these short videos together just so that it starts the conversation in your immediate circles. And I think that's really, really essential. So have a wonderful day, and I'll talk